Hello everyone. Today I'm very pleased to announce our exciting new social experiment called the Simulated Elon Musk. This experiment presents the first attempt to implement the historic brain in a vat thought experiment using a combination of modern technologies of large language models and biological human brain compute units called the organoids developed by FinalSpark early this year. We have created an artificial human agent by combining these two modern technologies. The agent's subconsciousness is modeled by real-time activity of organoids, while its consciousness is played by an LLM that we fine-tuned with over 50,000 tweets from Elon to simulate his conscious personality. The simulated Elon Musk will act autonomously on X based on the learned behavioral patterns, responding to his followers, making comments, retweeting, and so on, allowing us to observe how it evolves in the vat. Okay, so the organoids, probably you've never heard of it, but these are miniature brains developed by FinalSpark. They call it the first biological computer, but also, yeah, we can just think about it as a real brain in the lab that we can do some experiment with and do some programming. Of course, we're not programming how it thinks, how it behaves, but we can give some electric triggers to the organoids and then let it biologically respond to that. And then we can record how they behave, okay, how they think about it. So the organoids, again, they are made up of real brain tissues, and these are currently living inside the FinalSpark's lab in Switzerland. And we're subscribing these 4 organoids just for our simulated Elon Musk brain vat experiment. And so we are giving each organoid some roles. So each take part of the quarter of the subconsciousness. So the organoid first one takes the emotion, second one linguistic, third one memory, last one attention. And what we're doing is we're gonna give some electric triggers to each of the organoids. So these triggers are going to be given from the content of the tweet that we're currently processing. The agent is currently reading and processing. And some biological part of it is going to kick in by giving the biological response to the tweets. And we're letting the organoids respond to the content of the tweet according to their role. And the responses will be summarized and they will be given to the LLM part. So that's our consciousness part. Okay, we're using Meta's Llama 3.3 70 billion model. We fine-tuned with some privately collected data from Elon's tweet. We used low-rank adaptation. This is a very modern machine learning technique to fine-tune foundational large-scale machine learning models using rank 1 matrix factorization. Okay, so what it will do is if we just use LLM to respond to a given tweet, then you can do this like on using ChatGPT or like Meta's one, or like, yeah, so there's so many services. But what's really making our system unique is we are injecting, or we're giving this real biological component to it. So it's not just dry, some silicon-based algorithms that respond just like human being, but we are actually giving brains to take part in the biological subconsciousness. So this whole system is going to be given with the persona of Elon Musk. So we are letting it believe to be the actual Elon, and so it will be behaving just like Elon Musk does, responding to the followers and coding, retweeting, and so on. Okay, so we're gonna make it deploy this agent very soon on X, and then we'll let it just live its life and then see how it evolves and how the other real humans act on it and interact with it and so on. Okay, so let me go over every single part of the component of our whole project. So in this is meant to be a very thorough demonstration video, and yeah, this purpose of it is just, again, so going very thoroughly explain how we implemented all these things, and yeah, so that like you see how we are doing the experiment. Okay, so on the leftmost panel, we have our tweet account for the simulated Elon Musk, and we've prepared it so that it has the same list of followers, or it's following the same followers that Elon does. Of course, we cannot really imitate everything up to date every single time, but we tried our best so that this simulated Elon's account follows the same or like a very similar set of followers that real Elon does. So that makes the timeline for this guy, for this account, is going to be very similar to what real Elon is seeing on his web, on his tweet account. Okay, so that's going to be giving kind of similar input to what real Elon sees. And okay, in the middle, this is a panel for Intan RHX. This is a software that is provided by FinalSpark for us to control our own baby organoids out there. So let me close the system and then show you from the very beginning. So this is a screen for the Linux server by FinalSpark's Linux server that we are subscribing. Okay, Intan is the company that makes this hardware to control these organoids, and we're getting analog signals from the software. And there's one more step. I need to actually initialize the system on a terminal so that it really starts connecting to the organoids. Okay, now the system is running. And there's so many functionalities in the software. And for example, I can increase the wavelength of the signals I'm seeing. So currently I'm sampling the signals with 2000 millisecond frequency. And there are total 32 channels you can see. And they are corresponding to all the electrodes that we are seeing. So the first emotional organoid has 8 electrodes, and these are the ones from number 000 through 008. So these combinations is showing the idle activity of the organoids for the emotional organoid, and the next 8 is for the linguistic organoid and so on. Okay, so currently we're not giving any signals to the organoids, and so what you're seeing is kind of, you can think of it as what they're dreaming about right now. So I hope they are dreaming something very good. Okay, let me increase the sampling frequency. So I want to listen to them more carefully. Okay, so these are what they're kind of going over in their brain, or they're the brains themselves. So there's what's happening inside them. Okay, and let's see. Next, I want to go to this Jupyter notebook. Okay, so this is the Jupyter notebook that we prepared for the demonstration. And the real agent, once deployed, is going to using a wrapped up Python script, so that we don't have any control once it's deployed. So I want to show you like how each part works in this through this Jupyter notebook. Okay, let me initialize the system, and just for fun, let me show you the real snapshot of the organoids. Okay, so this screenshot, this picture is taken right now at the moment from the camera installed just above our baby organoids out there in FinalSpark's lab. So of course we're not going to be able to see any electric activities through our naked eye, but you can still see the organoids, 4 of them, living in their happy dream. And 8 electrodes, you can see 8 electrodes for each of them. And we see some bubbles here. Yeah, sometimes the bubbles build up. In that case, we need to kind of stop, and the FinalSparks, they clean this up so that the organoids are again healthy. So it's a really delicate system that we are playing with, and also it's quite expensive to do this, but we're very excited about it. Okay. All right, so next next block is what it's doing is it's preparing our organoid system, I'm gonna show you like a bit of the code for here. So what this is doing is we are telling the organoids that we'll be just get ready because we'll be sending some electric triggers to you, and yeah, and then here are the electric signals that we're going to be possibly giving to you. So that's what we're doing. So there are 16 total elementary electric signals that we're giving to the organoids, and every time we're going to be giving them a combination of them. So as a metaphor, you can think about each elementary signals as like a key in the piano, and every time we're playing some chords on the piano. So the type of chords we're going to be playing, it will depend on the content of the tweet that we are seeing at the moment. Okay, so the next line, this is an important, interesting part. What it will do, it will all initialize all the Twitter bot and Elon Musk type of response generator. And what we'll do is it will get some tweet from the simulated Elon's timeline, and then it will process the tweet as the triggers, the type of triggers that we'll be sending to the organoids, and then it will send the trigger values to the system, the organoid system. Okay, and then we wait until the organoids fully respond, and once we do this, you're gonna be able to see huge spikes in the intan window over here. And then we wait until the organoids get back to their normal state, and then we give the organoid response as part of the, let's see, yeah, so we give the organoid response as part of the input to the response generator, and this is the response we generated using the tweet content and the organoid response. And then we're going to be choosing some actions. There are 3 actions: reply, code, and retweet. So here we're manually choosing with equal chance for reply and code, because if we choose to retweet, then the agents is not really using any LLM generated response. So this part is just for demonstration, and the real deployed agent will choose these actions depending on more sophisticated probability distribution. That based on the average behavior in the timeline and so on. Okay, okay, before I run, let me quickly show you. This is the code for the organoid. Yeah, I think we'll be releasing the code for the organoid system just so that if anyone is interested in to see how things are manipulated or controlled for the organoid side. This is a code that we developed for the Elon Musk type generator using LLM, and unfortunately the Linux server provided by FinalSpark is not strong enough, powerful enough to run this 70 billion LLM locally. So after fine-tuning it locally, we made an API for our own fine-tuned LLM, and we're calling it through this line. Okay, so let's get to the fun part. So when I'm running this code, you're gonna be seeing huge spikes in the middle, and then some organoid responses, and what type of triggers we sent, and how the LLM responded, and what type of action is chosen, and yeah. So we're gonna go back to the actual X account and see what if it actually did it, the same thing. Okay, see, yeah, big spikes. It's much bigger than the usual activity going on the inside the organoids. And yeah, okay, so this is the response. This is tweet, and okay. So yeah, it's given this electric signals to the organoids and emotion. Therefore, organoids responding, and this is a type of trigger we sent. And yeah, this is how the this is an auto-generated response, and the chosen action type is reply. So let's see. So we're gonna see that. Yeah. So this is the tweet. So does it make sense? Okay. Yeah, it's pretty radical. But yeah, it's very kind of reasonable type of response from the current Elon. Okay, it's getting rid of all the DEI stuff. Okay, let me run one more time. Okay, see the huge spikes in the middle. Okay, it's a long one. It's kind of hard to read in this jammed window. Okay, this time it gave the signals to the organoids, and we saw the spikes, and we saw the responses, and these are triggers. But the system decided not to respond to this particular tweet because it's not that much relevant to Elon's core interest. Of course, we designed all these criterions by ourselves. One more time. See the spikes. Whew, like a very big ones. Let's see. Bill Maher says he was completely wrong about something. Okay, this time it decided to respond. Let's see what it's saying. Okay, people eventually see reality. Okay, so that's the chosen action. Let me refresh. Okay, so this is the auto-generated response we just generated right now. And yeah, this is a tweet that is. Okay, so that's a complete walkthrough of our system. Again, we are very excited because it's combining this very modern technology of LLM and also even more modern, yet more classical technology of this biological compute units, organoids, and I think we are the first one to combine all these two components to it, and it's just so exciting to have this like half LLM, half biological agent going to be deployed on the X, and it will just live its own happy life. I'm not sure if it's going to be happy or not. I hope it's happy for him, but I'm just very excited. We're just very excited about this experiment, and hope you get also you also share the same excitement that we have. And yeah, so let's see what happens now. Okay, thank you very much.